Alright, so as you can see, we've changed up the location, well, not the location again, just I guess the angle and the orientation of the camera. Because like I was saying, I think it was 2, maybe 3 videos ago, I did say we were changing up the look of I guess the room setup, I guess. Which, you know, it still is different. I haven't changed back or anything. The shelves are still up there. You obviously just can't see them being down there. But you know what, this is our little computer section now, I guess. You know, I'm still working out because I'm not sure how much I like this section. I mean, obviously you're not here for this wall, but I feel like on camera it looks a bit messy. So I might be able to, I want to say maybe I'll fix it later, but I mean I have 1 or 2 ideas now, so we'll try it now and I'll see if it looks okay. You know what? It's not that bad. Now I'm not saying it's amazing or it's that good, but I mean I feel like it's better than the original, you know, the whole mess that was the original. So, you know, we'll keep it like this just for now, and I'll see if I can do something with this wall later on. I mean, obviously I still got to patch it up and stuff. You know, that's not what this video is about. Now, if I'm correct and I've got my dates right for when this is uploaded, I believe the Super Bowl is tomorrow, I think so. So what I thought is, let's incorporate that into today's video, because I had some other ideas for what I was going to do for my subject, but I thought, you know what, let's incorporate the Super Bowl, because I mean they're not in it, but we'll forget about that. But anyway, today's video is basically a little tutorial on how you can basically make, or how you can get the most out of just your normal singular one colored lights, because they won't be one color once you've watched this video. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to teach you how to get your normal colored lights, which will just be, you know, maybe a plain white, maybe they're a bit of a warm color, and you know, that generic kind of color, how you can get that, and you can get some cool dynamic two-tone lighting. That's right, today what I'll be doing is I'm going to show you a pretty simple, I mean it's a very simple way to get two-tone lighting just from normal colored lights. Let's get started. So let's start on the editing process. Now, if you've shot in RAW, you can go ahead and do your little adjustments to it. I mean, if you haven't shot in RAW, it's not that big of a deal for what we're going to do. It's maybe it might slightly help the picture, but it's not a necessity. So let's continue on. All right, now your picture is open in Photoshop. So what you're going to do is really simple. Like I said, it's probably one of the most simplest ways you can do this kind of technique. There are some other ways, but this again, this one's really simple, and you can pretty much do it for most things, as you'll see in the end. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to adjustment layers and then gradient maps, and then what you can do is you're going to click on this little bar up here, and then you're going to make sure on the left side it's black, and then the right side it doesn't have to be white. You're going to have it as any color you want. Here, as you can see, I'm going for a red. Now it's a pretty vibrant red, but we want that. We want some nice color in this, so we're going to stick with it. Now you press OK and OK on that, and this section is kind of done. Next, do the exact same thing. Go to adjustment layers, get another gradient map like this. Do the exact same technique where you put the black on the left and then you color on the right. Now see, what I would do usually is I'd pick the colors that represent the teams playing. Now I mean, I've kind of done that a little bit with the red. However, the teams playing, both of their secondary colors are white, and I mean it's not fun to have that in this picture because I'm trying to show you two separate colors. So we'll change it up. We'll go with a bit of a light blue, and then just confirm that. And now what you can see is you can see your gradient map, the second one that you picked, the second color, that will be your top layer. Now obviously you don't want that, you want both of them to show up. So what you're going to do is you're going to select the mask first and then press Ctrl I. Now as you can see, the blue layer is gone, but we want to just bring back just the blue where we want it, which is just to highlight just the edge of the ball. So you're going to press B to select the brush and then X to make sure your brush is white. And what this does on a layer mask is, if you've got a white brush, it will reveal the image. If you've got a black brush, it will hide the image. So, like I was saying, we want the white brush, and we just want to reveal just the edge of the ball on the right side. Now obviously, you want to think about where your original light was hitting the ball, because that's obviously the light that you want to pretend is the colour of the light, if that makes sense. So what we want to do is just make sure you colour your secondary light, which for us is blue right now. You want to make sure that that specific colour only hits the part of the ball, only where your secondary light was touching. Now as you can see, there is a bit of an edge to the way you painted onto the subject, and you don't really want that because it doesn't look that realistic. So you can really simply just double click on the layer, and then under your blending options you will see these two bars, and you want to go to the underlying layer and just spread that out a bit. So you're going to press Alt and drag that little arrow until it spreads apart. And what that'll do is it will basically say to your picture, I want a bit more darkness in this, so it's going to blend some of the darker colours or colours that are touching a darker area, and it should blend them into the background a little more nicer. Now that is basically how you do this technique really. I'm going to go in and just refine it a little bit. There's like a bit of a loose thread in the ball on the top, as you may be able to see. Also I'm going to blend in the colours a little bit more because I feel like they're a bit too vibrant, so I'm going to turn them down a little bit, and I'll show you the end product now. Now how cool does that look? It looks like this picture was taken with two different coloured lights, which is what we wanted. We wanted to make it look like that. See, and now that you know how to do this technique and basically how easy it is really to do, you can use this on pretty much anything. I mean, like you saw, we did on a product. You know what, I'll throw up a little picture of how you can use it as maybe a portrait or something, maybe something a little different to just a normal picture. Do you know what I mean? I mean, there's nothing really stopping you using this technique for any photograph really. So you know what, try it out. I feel like this specific technique, it works best with darker backgrounds. There is another really simple little effect you can use that I think personally works better with lighter backgrounds, but you know what, we'll save that for a different video. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video. If you did, please give it a like. If you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.